On Christmas Eve 2010, I logged into my Facebook account to see a dear friend from high school was asking for prayers for her brother who had been involved in an accident. Tim was in the ICU, and we learned later that day that he would not survive his injuries. We also learned that the young lady that hit him had been texting and driving and rammed him up under a semi. Tim was 45, married, and had a child. The definition of distracted driving is driving a motor vehicle while engaged in other activities, and most of those activities are generally on a cell phone. Today I'll talk about the topic of distracted driving and how it's become an epidemic. It is said that when you're driving and texting, it is equal to that of driving drunk or with a 0.8 alcohol level. It is actually double that. Texting and driving is actually worse than drinking and driving. According to Fernando Wilson and Jay Stimpson of the American Journal of Public Health, the number of people with cell phones has risen 35% since 2011 to 2017 in 6 years, from 77% to 95%. There were more than 2 trillion text messages sent in 2015 alone. Teddy Johnson of Nations Health conducted a survey and found that 20% of teens admit to texting and driving. Also observed was 4.8% of the drivers 16 to 24 were observed using handheld devices. Today it is estimated 25% of all accidents are from distracted driving. The average text takes 5 seconds. The average driver is supposed to be traveling at 55 miles per hour. That's the length of a football field. That's driving blind, the length of a football field. It's estimated every year there are 450,000 injury and 5,500 deaths because of distracted driving. From the financial standpoint, our insurance has gone up 16.1% since 2011. That's the highest it's been in 30 years. More medical claims equal higher insurance rate. What can be done about distracted driving? The biggest thing being done right now is by awareness groups to raise awareness about distracted driving. At any given time, there are 542,000 people on their phones while they're driving. They are also trying to tighten in the laws from state to state. 14 states have banned all cell phone use while driving. 38 states ban cell phone use for novice drivers or teenage drivers. 47 ban texting and driving, with Texas joining those September 1st, 2017. There are also apps. If you go to the website of Cell Control, there's an app for that. There are many apps that are designed to not only track the driver, but keep the driver from getting messages or receiving messages. Drive ID and Cell Control are 2 of the top apps on their website to do that. So next time you're driving in your car and you look around, there's a lot of people on their cell phones. Something as simple as responding to a Facebook message, posting a picture, sending a text that says, "I'm on my way home," results in death and injury every year. Simply waiting till you get home or pulling over somewhere could save a lot of lives and a lot of injuries and not affect our insurance rates. My friend will never again spend the holidays with his family, all because a young driver was in a hurry and needed to send a text message. I wonder every Christmas Eve about his family and how they cope. And I also wonder that if there had been more awareness a few years ago, or an app put on her phone by her parents, then maybe she wouldn't have sent that text and maybe Tim would still be alive.